What's up, y'all? JR Raymond back again, coming to you from home, where the list of players who were selected for the league, the PBA Elite League, was announced. They did the draft. I think it was last night, I believe. And yeah, so we've got a list of players here, and I want to know what y'all think of the people who were drafted and whatnot. I don't see a list of like who was actually eligible. I'm not really sure. Oh, wait, here it is. To be eligible for selection, players must have finished in the top 50 on the 2023 points list or have been on a 2023 PBA League roster and won a PBA Tour title within the last 10 years. In the final round, the four players who did not meet the above criteria but were on PBA 2023 PBA League rosters were eligible to be drafted. Okay, and then they were able to pick also two people to keep safe. So each team was able to save two players on their team, so that way they didn't go back into the draft pool. And then you've got Jason Bomani, who is going to be the new player manager for LAX. It looks like Andrew Kane has stepped down from that. So he picked Dom Barrett first overall in the league draft, and then he also added Thomas Keiko and Darren Tang and Kevin Williams to join himself with Kevin McCune. He saved Kevin McCune on his roster. So that's a pretty solid team there. You got a lefty. I think every team's trying to have at least a lefty. You got a lefty, two-handers, which is a two-handed lefty. And then you've got Darren Tang, who's a little bit softer type of finesse player, I guess you would call him, but can play any part of the lane. And then you got Kevin McCune, who is more of a power player who can play any part of the lane. He can play hard and straight, and he can play, and hook the lane. So definitely a well-rounded team there. That's pretty good. Okay, here we go. So the Waco Wonders, who drafted 8th overall in the traditional order, were unable to recover any players from their championship squad beyond the protected Ryan Simonelli and player manager Parker Bone. Okay, so Parker is now the player manager. Has he always been player manager? I don't think so. No, I think Johnny Petraglia was doing it. So maybe I guess Petraglia is not doing it anymore. Okay, so we've got Parker Bone and Ryan Simonelli together. The New York Kingpins, or the New Jersey Kingpins, scooped up BJ Moore, 4th overall. Motown Muscles got Jason Sterner early in the second round. And Norm Duke picked up Frank Snodgrass, 2 picks before Bone. Could even think about bringing back the young Michiganite. They're Michiganders. We're Michiganders. We're not Michiganites. Jeez, who wrote this? Parker, much like his predecessor, so it was Johnny Petraglia, appeared to value experience in the draft pool. He got Stu Williams, Mitch Hupe, DJ Archer, and Tommy Hess. Tom Hess, nice. Good to see Tommy Hess back. Bone made his selections from Cali, Colombia, where he and his 4th round selection, Hess, are competing for Senior Team USA at International Bowling Federation 2023 World Senior Championships. All right, Team Waco defeated, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so Tim Mack first protected Kyle Troop and Chris Prather. Pretty obvious protections there. Then on Wednesday, he selected Wes Malott, Graham Fa, and Arturo Quintero, while mixing in 2-time major champ Tom Smallwood. Okay, so another pretty well. A lot of those guys have bowled together for a while, like Troop, Prather, Smallwood, Wes, and I think Graham Fa. Like, that's a pretty returning team, right? That might be the entire returning team. I don't remember. I think Smallwood actually is added into that because I think the team was there before, if I remember correctly. I'm not sure. Anyway, Mark Baker. He tabbed Tom Doherty. And then Dick Allen. And Leto Monticelli paired the protected Andrew Anderson and AJ Johnson with Matt Ogle and Sean Rash. See, I kind of like that little foursome there. And then they added in Matt Russo for the lefty, and then Thomas Larson. Yeah, so you've got Ogle, power two-hander, Anderson, kind of a finesse player, AJ, kind of more of a power all-around, can play the lanes anywhere. Sean Rash, another mid-range finesse type player now, can play the lanes either way. And then you have Thomas Larson, likes to play them straighter, but can play in when he has to. And then among the biggest surprises during the draft was the fall of Jacob Butterf, who finished 4th in the 2023 points list and earned a nomination for the Chris Schenkel PBA Player of the Year award. What do you mean the fall? Oh, as in he wasn't drafted high, maybe? Because I'm going to say, if he wasn't drafted, that's crazy. Okay, Norm Duke, as often seems to do, perhaps pulled off the heist of the draft in selecting Butterf with the 22nd overall pick. Oh, okay, so, yeah, how did he fall to 22nd? That doesn't make any sense. Butters said he understands why he fell in the draft. He said he dealt with the leg injury during the 2023 PBA League. He said he wasn't in the right mind space at the time. He said he's feeling a lot better and focused heading into the new year. Good deal. 2 players making their debut in the PBA's highest level of team competition, both for the Motown Muscle. Justin Knowles, another Michigander, not a Michigandite, who was the highest ranked player in points, not selected last season, which I bet that was a dagger to him. But lucky for him, the new season started right away. So, which kind of sucks, by the way, because you had to be in the top 50 for 2023 for that league last year. And now they also used last year for selecting the league for this year, which I guess you kind of have to make the move. So now all of us that are bowling, because yes, I'm trying to anyway. I'm trying to work out my schedule to where I can bowl the events this year to try to be able to be more involved with the PBA stuff. Because for the last few years, I've bowled just a couple of events and haven't bowled enough events to even be able to qualify for stuff like this. Because I get asked all the time, how come you're never on a league team? Well, because I don't bowl enough, because I don't go out and bowl enough. And when I do bowl, I don't have enough success. I haven't had success out there in quite some time now. I've made some cuts and made a little bit of money here and there, but I haven't really done anything noteworthy for a few years now. So my motivation has not been very good for it. But now I kind of want to, with the season coming up, I've already signed up for the Players' Championship to start, the U.S. Open, the Masters. The World Series is right here in Detroit, so I'm pretty excited for trying to do this again. I've made a lot of changes over the last year and a half to hopefully better myself and get my game in shape to do what I need to do. I mean, with practicing on some of these tougher patterns over the last couple of weeks, it's been eye-opening. I figured out some things, but yet also still struggle in some areas that I'm working on. So I've got a lot of work to do myself with a lot of the weight that I've lost. The work in the gym has made my legs that much stronger, and I don't feel tired after bowling anymore. So it's going to be a work in progress, and I'm kind of excited to actually test myself. I haven't bowled an actual tournament other than like house shot stuff in a while. So I'm going to have to find some stuff here the first of the year before heading out there, so that way I can kind of get myself back into the mindset of bowling on something tougher. But anyway, so and then the other one was Zach Tackett, who is the new one. He joins the Motown Muscle as well. So Jason Couch picked Justin Knowles and Zach Tackett. I think 2 great picks. So it'll be pretty good. So you got teams. Teams look like this. You've got the Bolero LAX is Jason Belmonte, Kevin McCune, Dom Barrett, Thomas Kaiko, Darren Tang, and Kevin Williams. Motown Muscle has EJ Tackett, Anthony Simonson, Sam Cooley, Jason Sterner, Justin Knowles, and Zach Tackett. The Akron Atom Splitters is Chris Vi, Jesper Svensson, Frankie Lavoie, Tom Doherty, Dick Allen, Nick Pate. That's somebody they didn't talk about in there, was Nick Pate, another solid player that can pretty much play the lanes any way he wants to. The Jersey Kingpins, you got Marshall Kent and Packy Hanrahan. Packy was another one they really didn't mention in there. BJ Moore, Chris Barnes, Kyle Sherman, Richie Teese. And then the Vegas High Rollers, you got Andrew Anderson, AJ Johnson, Matt Ogle, Matt Russo, Sean Rash, Thomas Larson. And then you got the Go Bowling, the Dallas Strikers, Tommy Jones, Bill O'Neill, Sean Maldonado, Jake Peters, Jake Buttriff, and Frankie Snodgrass. In the Portland Lumberjacks, you've got Kyle Troop, Chris Prather, Wes Malott, Graham Fa, Tom Smallwood, Arturo Quintero. I think that's the sleeper team right there, y'all. Or maybe not the sleeper team, but overall, that's a team that you look at and you're like, that's a scary team. That could be really good. You know, I know Wes is getting older and he's had his issues, but the dude is still solid. He still gets it done, especially in that team setting. He gets it done. Waco Wonders, last but not least, the Waco Wonders. Parker Bone III, Ryan Simonelli, Stu Williams, Mitch Hupe, DJ Archer, and Tom Hess. So that is your roundup for the PBA League that's coming up here this year. So for that's starting the 2024 season. So I think they do something at every single stop. The league is bowling at every single stop. So that pretty much means you have to travel to all the stops, which is kind of cool. That's pretty neat. So we should look at the schedule and whatnot. But I want to know what y'all think. What do y'all think of the league, the way they're doing the league now? They're actually like doing some traveling. I think that's a great idea to do some traveling, not just have all of the league stuff in one city and call it good. I think traveling around and actually doing that, I think that can draw some fans. It can draw some different atmospheres, and we can see some cool things as long as they keep it professional and they do it the right way, which with Tom Clark and the PBA, I think they'll do a pretty good job. So what do y'all think? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you think of this entire thing, the teams. Who's your sleeper pick? Who do you think is the best team out there? What do you think? Who's going to come away with the Elias Cup at the end of the year? So let me know. I'm getting out of here. Make sure, hey, just one more thing. Until December 25th, we have the virtual lessons for $25 for non-members, $20 for members if you're a member of the website. So get yours all the way up to the 25th. Sign up at 10pindoctors.com and we'll get you done. The last 10 or so that I've had, it's taken me less than a week to get those done. So it's pretty quick turnaround right now. So make sure to get them in and we'll get you taken care of. So I'm out of here. We'll see you guys later. Take care.